On Friday, June 27th, Tamagotchi Plaza was released for the Nintendo Switch and the Nintendo Switch 2. This was kind of a big deal because this is the first Tamagotchi console game to be released in years. As we talk about Tamagotchi Plaza today, please note that there will be spoilers all around, so proceed with caution. In Tamagotchi Plaza, the Gotchi King has decided to host an event called Tamagotchi Fest, and he is looking for the best town to host this event. The Prince of Tamahiko Town has brought you, the player, from Earth to Tamahiko Town to help develop it and make it the ideal candidate to host Tamagotchi Fest. To develop and improve Tamahiko Town's reputation, you rank up the town's shop by playing a unique mini-game at each shop. There are 4 different ranks at each shop: the starting rank, the first and second ranks, and the final 3rd rank is the royal status. Move up the ranks by earning perfect scores in the minigame, then paying the Gotchi point fee when asked to upgrade. In addition to upgrading the shops, this game also allows you to upgrade the Tamagotchi Town Square, connect a Uni device, play some of the games in multiplayer mode, and more. While I am enjoying the game so far, truthfully, I feel like I haven't even scratched the surface with some of these details. I've put about 5 hours into the game so far. In that time, I've been focusing on the mini games that you have access to at the beginning of the game. I've been focusing on upgrading those shops as well as contributing to the town square. Let me show you what I've done so far. So let's take a walk around the plaza, play some mini games, and let me show you what you can expect on your first day in Tamahiko Town. I am playing this game on the Switch 2, and I just have the standard controller that we're using. So let's load up our save data. The room that we'll spawn into is like the community center, essentially. Let's head out into the plaza, the town square. You can see we have all of these shops around us, and each shop has its own mini game. The mini game is like running the shop. So all of the shops I have upgraded to the 1st rank. The buildings grow and change when you upgrade. Like I said, spoilers all around, because at this point my plaza is literally all spoilers to what the buildings look like after you upgrade them. Let's start with my favorite mini game, which is the glasses mini game. You can see, let me go backwards. You can see here that this glasses building is upgraded all the way to the sky. This is the one shop that I have upgraded all the way to royal status. As we play these mini games, I want to share some of my thoughts and feelings about the game. And this first thought that I want to express is very, very frustrating. It's one component of the game that I really cannot stand, and that is that these mini games are dialogue heavy. And the dialogue, it's not unique. It's not like the game is dependent on this dialogue. It just slows the game down, and it just really kind of breaks up the pace in a way that I personally do not enjoy it. So for each customer that we have coming into the shop, and this is true for every shop, not just the glasses shop, we welcome the customer, they greet us, and they ask to, have whatever the shop is offering. So in this situation, we're asking for glasses. What kind of glasses would you like? Maybe orange glasses. And we're just going back and forth. Now we have this screen that essentially starts the mini game. This customer is looking for orange glasses. Let's talk a little bit more about that dialogue later. Let's focus on getting this customer their glasses. So on this first page, we're giving them an eye test. So we're going to click on the different eye exam options until they give us a heart. So those stars tell us that we have the right row, just not the right eye exam within that row. We have a couple options with the orange glasses. Let's go with these ones. Sometimes this can get really tricky. So our goal is to shave off the excess glass. I would like to say that I'm really good at this, but I also don't think I perform very well on camera when it comes to being under pressure. Some of these frames, though, I have found, that you don't have to be perfect at all to get the 3-star ranking. You just have to be good enough. You can't take too much off of the frame. And of course, this is the royal level shop. So this is the hardest level that you have. This is not the hardest frame though. Usually I feel like I'm a little better at this funky shape, but that's not too bad. I think we'll still get 3 stars. Yay, we did it! So, we are going to earn some money. It's a little bit different of a gotcha point value depending on the glasses that the customer orders. Again, we've got more dialogue going back and forth, back and forth. We got our gotcha points. So just to kind of display that dialogue that I was telling you about earlier, let's go through one more. And again, it's just back and forth of the same kind of thing. What kind of glasses do you like? This screen here where the customer is saying that they want incognito glasses, that doesn't even really matter because you get this purple screen here that tells you what you actually need to be making, as well as that incognito glasses verbiage is in the upper corner. Now that the glasses are finished, we will go back to having some dialogue. And this you can thankfully skip through, but it's still, to me, just really chunks up the pacing of the game, and I wish it wasn't there. That, or I wish you could just hold the button to skip through it all instead of having to click through every single dialogue button or dialogue box that's there. Let's move on to the next shop. I think we'll just kind of keep going around the plaza. So we will head over to this one, which is the Rap Battles. This is one of the games that you can play 2-player on, but we're just going to play 1-player today. And it's a rhythm game. Please note that I am playing it with the sound off. I will have sound in the game for you though. Just forgive any mistakes that I might make. This is also not something that you can skip here. So we're just at the mercy of when the game goes. Oof, we only got 2 stars on that one, which is fair. Like I said, I didn't have the sound on. I'm sure I didn't do it as good as I thought I did. Press the buttons in time with the music. Okay, well, I know how to play the game, I promise. Just trust me in that. Let's move on to the next one here. I'm gonna get through some of this dialogue. Now, we will continue around the town square. Next up is this fitness game here. Let's get into the shop. This is where you're helping a Tamagotchi with some exercises. Depending on what they want, there's a couple different exercises that you might be helping them with. So, oh my gosh, our first customer is the Gotchi King. And of course, there's all sorts of dialogue for us to get to. The Gotchi King wants a 6-pack. So we will be helping the Gotchi King get a 6-pack today. So this is mostly timing. You are going to be pressing these 2 buttons to keep the timing steady. Truthfully, I have not mastered this one. You see now we have the sparkles, that's good. But we don't want the Gotchi King to get overworked. Oh, see, we're going too fast. I don't know, sweating too much. Now we're going too slow, so we're gonna speed it up. Wow, you did great, bro. Calling the Gotchi King bro. And we got the 3 stars on that one, even though it didn't feel like I was quite doing the right thing. This is iconic. I am so glad that I got this on camera. Hopefully the Gotchi King is happy with the work that we did. Don't I look great? So some of this dialogue is really, really good. Some of it is really fun. It's just when you're kind of grinding, you're getting through the mini games, you're trying to upgrade your shops, the dialogue just feels like it's in the way. That's okay though. So we have helped the Gotchi King. We have improved his life immensely. Now we can move on to another shop. Our next shop is Mametchi's. Oh, we gotta pick up this trash. Get that out of here. Now, Mametchi's dentist shop. I personally have a thing about teeth. Teeth really, really freak me out. So I didn't think that I was going to enjoy this game. But honestly, it's not too bad. You just kind of have to look over the fact that it is teeth related. And maybe you caught on the screen, this is another one of the games that you could play with multiplayer with 2 people. It's just us today, so we will help this next Tamagotchi. Oh my goodness, this is the first time that I've played this game since upgrading the shop, and there is so much going on here. First, let's start with these cavities. We have to drill these out, and you just do circles to do the drilling. Next, we are going to use the, tweezers, and pull these cavities out. If you're not careful, if you let these cavities go on another tooth, they'll make another cavity, which is kind of scary. I don't like that. Next, we need to fill our cavities. Different colors, color matching. There's a couple games in here that are very much so all about matching. Oh gosh, it looks like this drooling is also new with the upgrade. I don't even know what to do. Drooling is just a part of going to the dentist, so Mametchi's telling me I need to pick up the pace. I'm probably talking too much. Come on. Alrighty, we're done. I have no idea what kind of ranking we'll get for that. There's a lot of drool. There's a lot of drool going on there. I'll remove excess saliva with the thing. Okay, that makes sense. It's kind of like a real dentist. I'll remember that for next time. We're certainly not going to play this game again right now. I don't want to see any more teeth. No more teeth for the rest of the day. Our next stop, this is the night pool. This mini game, it's not really my favorite. It's definitely not my favorite in terms of playing it, but I wish I could go here in real life. This is so cool. You'll just see it. You'll see it in a second. Essentially, you're giving the Tamagotchi different items that they're requesting. You're providing that hospitality to them, but you're providing it to them while they're at this place called the night pool. And it's just like a cool vibe indoor pool. And like I said, I would totally go here in real life if it was available to me. So we got to start making some drinks right away so we can help everyone out. And we got to get the drink orders right on the first try. They'll each ask for one more item, and then we will be good. We will have completed the game. All right, so everyone got their drink and 2 different items. So we got our 3 stars, super easy. If you take too long to give a Tamagotchi their item, they'll get angry and they won't want it anymore. That's definitely a trial and error thing that you learn at first when you're making the drinks. If you take too long, they're not gonna be happy with you. I'm drinking Alani cherry slush this morning. I recently switched from Monster to Alani, and I've been digging the different flavors. The cherry slush and the pink slush are definitely my 2 favorites. So we are now at the tea shop, the afternoon tea. The goal of this game is to set a table and serve tea to the Tamagotchi based on what they've requested. So let's see, this group of Tamagotchi, I just clicked through what they asked for, calming Japanese style afternoon tea. This game is not my strongest game because I feel like I'm just guessing. I feel like I'm just guessing at what they want. Like, what is Japanese style tea? I mean, look at our options for table decor here. Maybe this one, because it kind of looks maybe a little bit rustic. The one advice I would give about this game is I have found that you don't need to provide as much on the table as you think. With the basic tier, I found that the tea, a decoration, a sweet snack, and a savory snack was all that you need. Not sure yet what you need with this tier, but we'll just add a couple more. I'm not really feeling confident in this, but we're just gonna go for it. and we got 3 stars. So I did something right in there. Not sure what it was. Don't take any of my advice about that game, but we were successful today. This is the Dressmaker game. This is a game where the Tamagotchi will show you a picture of the kind of dress or the kind of outfit that they want, and then you have to replicate it exactly. There are a couple games that the main point of the game is the same process, a picture and you're matching it. Personally, I'm just not a huge fan of this style of game, especially because there's 3 of them in Tamagotchi Plaza. I wish that there was a little bit more of a variety, but each one does kind of have its own spin. This one's fashion, one is bicycle that we'll see later, and then one is a food game that we'll also see later. So we are going to make this basic date outfit. First, we're starting with the t-shirt, and it looks like there are sleeves on here, but I really can't tell. I really can't tell what kind of sleeves we've got going on. I'm thinking it's this one though. So we've got to attach sleeves on both sides. Next, we'll do pants, and we have a layered skirt. There's 3 tiers, and this is denim, or it looks like denim at least. And lastly, we need to add this cute little heart patch in the corner, and it looks like it's just a little bit bigger. Whoa, not that much bigger. Maybe it's not any bigger. We'll just go with it there. And then we can finish off the outfit. I really hope we got those sleeves correct. We weren't quite there. Add sleeves as requested by the customer. Oh well, we did our best. I can't remember what shop is next in line, but it might be another one of the matching games because, like I said, there are 3 of them. Yep, so this is the bicycle shop, one of those matching games. The Tamagotchi will come in asking for some requests about their bicycle, some repairs, some customization, and it's our job to match the picture of what they've asked for. But it looks like we have a visit from Prince Tamahiko, and his bicycle is in dire need of repair. So we need to make it look like the red bicycle in the picture that he is envisioning. First, let's do a little bit of cleaning with, it's another one of those rotating things. It looks like his tires don't need air, but he is missing handlebars. And we also need to do a paint job, which I really enjoy doing the paint jobs here. It's one of those where you just kind of freely move the joystick around, and it's just kind of satisfying. I think that looks good. There's no decals that we need to add, so we can go ahead and finish this up for the prince. It is really fun when you see like the royal characters in your shop, and it's also fun when you see your favorite Tamagotchi characters. That's one of the coolest things about this game is just the vast number of different Tamagotchi that you get to hang out with, that you get to talk to. It's really, really fun to see them all. And I guess that kind of works into the next shop that we're going to, because this is the Manga Shop. And in this mini game, it is essential that you know your different Tamagotchi characters. I'm actually going to have my cell phone on standby because if the request includes a Tama that I don't know, I might have to look it up. So we're in the Manga Shop, and what will happen is a customer is going to ask us to write them a manga, and we get to help the Gotchi King again. This is exciting. So let's see what kind of manga the Gotchi King wants to read. Mametchi's Home Gym Manga. Mametchi, we all know who that is, so I do not need to look that one up. But essentially, we need to include those 4 elements, the Tamagotchi, the location, and the gym. I guess that's only 3 elements. We need to include all of that in our manga panels. So we have 2 panels, and you absolutely must use both of them. Since we're doing a home gym, I'm just going to go ahead and put the home in each one of them. Next, let's add our Tamagotchi in here. I'm going to do my first panel of Mametchi drinking an energy drink. Just like me, we are drinking energy drinks this morning. This should easily be enough elements to get us that 3-star. So let's see what the Gotchi King thinks of the manga that we drew. Easy. That mini game is a lot of fun. It gets a little redundant if you're playing it back to back, if you're grinding through it, but it is really fun and you get to be kind of creative. I have so many screenshots of all the different manga I've created just because it's so much fun, and honestly, it can get really, really funny. We've had a lot of good laughs around this one. This next shop that we're approaching is Cuccipachi's restaurant. I believe the type of food that Cuccipachi serves here is called a galette. A galette, it's a type of food that I personally have never heard of before, but I looked it up on the internet yesterday, and it is a French pastry that has food that's folded together, and you'll see that as we're playing the mini game. But it is a real food, it's just something that I haven't heard of before, and this is the last of the matching games. The Tamagotchi will make a request of what type of galette they would like, and that will be in the corner of the screen for us to match. First, we need to make the batter, and we're just matching the color. You can't skip through this, which I personally think is very annoying, but that's okay. Now we're mixing with that same joystick control. Once it's all mixed, we will pour it onto the griddle. It kind of looks like a crepe. Maybe this is like a crepe. If you've eaten a galette, if you've ate a galette in real life, let us know your experience in the comments below, because to me, this is such a mysterious food. It looks like we've got the salad option here. It's such a mysterious food. I just am shocked. I feel very uncultured that I don't have any idea what this is in real life. And there are no toppings, so we are good to serve this, and we should have our 3 stars. Again, I'm not a huge fan of the matching games, but I do like that each one has its own elements. Like this one has the folding, the different toppings, so there is some good variety there. Even though I don't know what a galette is, I don't even know if I'm saying that correctly, you can still play this game without knowing what that is. Heading back out into the plaza, I think we've reached the end. I think that is all of the mini games that we needed. Yep, we are back at the eyewear shop. We currently have 3,000 Gotchi points, and we need 8,000 to upgrade the 4 quadrants of the town square, so I'll certainly keep playing these mini games to earn some Gotchi points. There's also a few more things for me to unlock, a few more games, a few more features, so I'll certainly provide an update once I continue progressing along in the game. Generally speaking, I am really enjoying this game. There's something nostalgic about it that really warms my heart. When we think about Tamagotchi, we typically focus on Tamagotchi care and the gameplay that revolves around that care. But this game allows us to focus on exploring the Tamagotchi world in a way that we haven't seen in a while. We had Tamatown in the past and similar games that allowed us to interact with the world in a different way, so it's great to see that aspect coming back. Tamagotchi isn't just about caring for an alien, it's an entire world for you to discover, it's an entire group of characters for you to fall in love with and build relationships with, and just be a part of their world. So this game really brings that out. If you are on the fence about getting this game, my biggest piece of advice that I would give you is take a look at these mini games and decide if you would enjoy playing them over and over again, because that is a big portion of this game, is just grinding through those mini games. While there are other elements that we didn't touch on today, you need Gotchi points for everything, and you have to play the games to get the Gotchi points. So that should be a big factor in your decision. I do think there's a good enough variety of mini games here that even if you only like a couple of the games, you can create a good balance between the games you like and the games you don't like. If you're a Tamagotchi fan and this open world, as small as it is, if this open world appeals to you, I definitely think it's worth checking out. Thank you so much for joining me today to talk about the Tamagotchi Plaza. Again, I'm really enjoying this game. I'm excited to talk about it more, so if you haven't already, I hope you subscribe to my channel so you can follow my updates about my Tamagotchi Plaza gameplay. You can also find me on other social media platforms, and I'll have all of my links in the description below. Thanks again for joining me today to check out Tamagotchi Plaza, and I'll see you in my next video.